Hey there, it's Victoria McCooey, and I thought I should hop in and talk about what's going on right now for a lot of people. So, we're all holed up, we're all quarantining, sheltering in place, but what if you are quarantining with an abusive spouse? So, there's no getting away. And can I tell you, this is exactly the perfect scenario for the narcissist. They love a captive audience. They love having you captured where you can't leave. I mean, mine used to love the bathroom. You know, when I would go into the bathroom to take a bath, he would come in because I couldn't leave and brainwash or argue or degrade or, whatever the tactic du jour was. The car is another place where they love to intimidate you, to show you that you have no control, that you can't leave, you can't get away. So now, same thing. You're in quarantine and you can't get away. And they know this and they love it. They love it. So the abuse is just going to be escalating during this time. So, yes, there are all kinds of tactics to use against the narcissistic abuse, but I'm thinking that the best advice is to be logical and realize that you cannot escape right now. So you don't want to poke the bear, but you can get all your ducks in a row. You can use this time to gather documents, to secure your personal things, like emails, and change passwords, and do that sort of detective work, shoring things up so that you're protected, and you can start gathering information and having a place to put it where the narcissist won't find it, to be undercover, and at the same time you might want to throw him off by being excessively nice so that you can get through this time. And this is not forever. This too shall pass. We will get through this. Things will go back to some new type of normal, but you will not be cooped up in this house with this person forever. But in the meantime, while you are, you don't want to make your life harder or more miserable. So there are ways you can put him at bay. And I say him because most narcissists are men. I know there are female narcissists. Some of my clients are men married to female narcissists, but let's just say him for practical purposes. So you want to keep him thrown off, that you're not plotting, you're not doing it. You just don't want to deal with the repercussions of that right now while you're trapped. So compliment him. Tell him what a great job he did at whatever. Tell him that he looks great. Their egos are huge. They need this supply of glorification. So, and they're not able to get it probably from outside sources like they usually would. You might be their only source of supply right now. So just give it to them. It'll keep them happy. It'll just keep them being nice and quiet, at least temporarily. Also, if you do get caught in one of these crazy arguments, if the abuse is coming at you in the form of an argument, it's called word salad when they just start throwing in all kinds of things that have nothing to do with the topic at hand. And they're, something you said 3 years ago and that gets thrown into the pile, and it's crazy. And it'll just, you can't connect the dots. So you just get so frustrated that you have to walk away. Well, you don't want to get to that point where you're just engaged in this crazy tug of war. So shut it down with something like, I'm sorry you feel that way, and walk away. Or another one is, well, that's one way of looking at it. That's sort of like agreeing with them, but not agreeing. So there's not much of a comeback. But that's one way of looking at it. And remove yourself, walk away. Hopefully these tools can get you through this really, really difficult time. I understand I can't even possibly understand. I mean, I know how hard it was for me when I was going through my abusive marriage to a narcissistic spouse, but I was not going through quarantine with them. So I can only imagine. I can only imagine how trapped you feel. And my heart really goes out for you. I am here for you. Please contact me. I'll put in the notes my email, victoria@victoriamccooey.com. You can go to my website, victoriamccooey.com, and book a free session with me. I want to help you in any way I can, answer all your questions. All right. So thanks for watching and stay safe.